Good evening. We begin tonight with that breaking news in the middle of the bay. One person is dead and two are missing right now after a pontoon boat sunk near Alcatraz. Let's take a live look from our chopper to show you what's happening right now as the search for those missing people is still underway. Crews from the Coast Guard, San Francisco Fire, and other agencies are searching bay waters. The boat sunk just before 4:40 this afternoon. 16 people were taken to shore. Now, this is video from Gas House Cove in San Francisco. As you can see, people hugging one another. They are wrapped in towels. 3 people were taken to the hospital. Families are reuniting at Fort Mason. We have team coverage on this breaking story. We begin with Sarah Donchie, who's learning new details about this rescue operation. Sarah, what do we know?
Well, Juliet, first of all, this story is incredibly sad given the loss of life, but also the fact that these 2 people are still missing. And what we're standing in front of is this staging area where they have ambulances, I imagine, in case they can actually recover anyone who might still be in the water. And they have boats here launching from just behind me. Richmond Police, Oakland Police, San Francisco Police, the Coast Guard, the San Francisco Fire Department, they all have boats in the water right now spanning the bay, trying to look for any sign of the 2 people who are still in the water. Now, here's what we know. According to the San Francisco Fire Department, they initially got a call of a boat on fire, but when they got there, they did not see a fire. Instead, they saw a boat that was overturned, that was leaking fuel, with multiple people in the water already, as well as people on the boat. This is a 3-deck pontoon boat with multiple people on board. And they said that when they got there, that rescuers found a person who had been severely injured. They think that that injury came from when the person was falling off the boat and into the water. That person was rushed to the shore just where we're standing here near Fort Mason. They performed CPR, but ultimately that person died here at the scene. As you mentioned, 3 others rushed to the hospital, to CPMC here in San Francisco, to be treated. Everyone else, fortunately, was rescued. Now, there are a lot of questions about what the boat was doing. We know that they were all adults. They said there were no signs of children on the boat. They also said there was a dog on the boat at the time, and that the boat may have launched from the St. Francis Yacht Club, not far away from where we are now. This is what the authorities had to say in a news conference that happened just a short time ago about what happened here today.
The reports we received from the SFPD Marine Unit was a vessel that was capsized and mostly under the water with some leaking fuel and some exhaust still emitting from the motor still operating, and at least 1 person in the water currently, and then a massive rescue operation was conducted to get the other folks out of the top compartment of the vessel. We're assuming that if there's an individual in the water, they're going to continue to go east because of the way that the tides are moving.
So, Juliet, basically what's happening here is this is the remaining rescue operation. So everyone else who's taken to the hospital, they're being treated. And right now, the sole focus is to get these 2 people out of the water. And what we've seen in the last few minutes since we last spoke to you at 5:30 is that there are San Francisco Fire Department jet skis that are conducting a search. It looks like it could be a grid search because they're going sort of in lines through the bay. It's very choppy out here, as you might know. It's windy out here as well. So these are not ideal conditions for an operation like this, or certainly for people to be stuck out in the water. You can only imagine how scary this was for everyone involved. But what they say is they are very determined not to give up. They say that they're going to continue this. They're going to keep searching for hours if that's what it takes. We've also seen, Juliet, some private vessels, so some not civilian boats that have been coming. Initially, the fire department told me as an aside that they wanted people to stay away from here. Unclear if that message has really gotten out to all the boaters here. But the search is very much active. It's spread out across a long swath of the bay. We can't even see all of the vessels that are helping out here. But San Francisco Fire, San Francisco Police, and all of these other agencies who are helping out, including the Coast Guard, say that they are determined to do whatever they can to get these 2 people out of the water. We're going to stay here. We're going to talk to the police and fire department again for any updates they might have on their progress. And we're certainly hoping for the best. Juliet?
Yeah, absolutely. Serious urgency right now. Sarah, thank you. Let's get back to our chopper to show you the search for those 2 missing boaters. The fire chief says they will search into the night, hoping to find the 2 people alive. They described how they are putting buoys in the water to get an idea of currents. to help with rescue efforts. And then you can see the rocky water by the boat before it actually went under. That could make it a challenge for crews. So let's get a check on the bay conditions with meteorologist Zoe Mintz. Zoe.
Well, the biggest issue are the winds. The question is the currents, because we know which way the winds are blowing. The winds are blowing from that onshore direction. They've actually picked up significantly since yesterday, since that storm system has departed, and they're coming in from the onshore direction. So we know that the winds are blowing from the Golden Gate towards Alcatraz. So that's why the search efforts are going farther into the bay versus going out towards the Golden Gate. Either way, though, it is choppy out there, and this is not the greatest weather when it comes to search efforts. So it's something we'll keep a very close eye on. The highest wind gust that we saw was 30 miles an hour at the Golden Gate Bridge. Hopefully those winds will continue to die down as the sun sets, but we'll keep you updated as the hours progress. Back to you.
All right, Zoe, thank you. We will certainly be following this breaking news throughout the evening. Stay with us on the air, on the free CBS News app, and on our website, kpix.com.